Hello everyone and welcome to another round of Project 1 eSports GT Series. And today we are racing yet again in Japan, but this time in a more fictional location. Well, even though it's not technically fictional in terms of location, but it is a fictional racetrack. It is the Kyoto Driving Park Yamagawa circuit for the Kyoto 200. It will be a feature and a sprint race for tonight. I'm KD1997 commentating for tonight as well, and of course like I have been for the past season, at least so far here on eSports. So, yeah, we've got about three more rounds to go, not three more races. We've got 3 more rounds left of the season. We got Kyoto, we got Bathurst, and then the final round will be at Laguna Seca. So yeah, we're going to Japan. So tonight's Japan, next week Australia, at the greatest Australian track in all of Australian motorsport, and then Laguna Seca into the glorious US of A in California. So, now with that little bit out of the way, let's go ahead and give you a bit of the Drivers' Championship. Actually, I'll put this on spectator. As Bana's driving a Honda NSX. That is not the car he's supposed to be in. Right. So, the Drivers' Championship is pretty close at the top. At the top of the moment. Between mainly the two Max Speed boys. We got Lane Abraham leading the championship with 1,208 points over Jack, who has 1,190 points. So an 18-point margin. It's pretty close at the top. Dynamite behind has 1,064 points, followed by Stingray in 4th with 1,052. Then Oddhot in 5th with 1,042, so pretty much a close race right now for the 4th place spot in the championship. 6th place is Curving with 950 points. 7th is BK with 906. Banana Cake Pie in 8th with 814. Tim Ant in 9th with 770. And then Prezzo rounds off the top 10 with 730 points. And looking at the team's championship, Max Speed pretty much running away with this at the very moment with 3,350 points, followed by FB Autosport with 2,836 points, a 514 point gap. I'm not sure if they will claim it tonight or if that will have to carry on to Bathurst, but I'm pretty sure I'll have to carry on if things go swiftly for FB Autosport tonight, but we'll have to wait and see. In 3rd is the Racing Division with 2,734. 4th is Revo with 2,728, and then Kennedy Motorsport with 2,724. So a tie race for 3rd at least is on the line. And also, let me go and check real fast to see. I think we had some points from last week, if I'm correct. I'll have to look and just check and see. Just give me 1 moment. Yep, so there was one incident that was reported. So, it involves car number 44, which is Jamo. He had an incident with 2 other cars, of car 11, which is BK, and car 88, which, well, even though that's Blocky's number, it was Icer Renegade, who was the reserve at the time. So there was a collision between those 3 at the chicane, which is at turns 15 and 16 at Suzuka, and the stewards deemed that car 44 was at fault for causing an avoidable collision, and as a result, Jamo got a 5-second penalty plus a penalty point. So the updated results stand as that is that Baldhod now switches from P10 to P9, and then that is pretty much it. Other than that, no other further reports came in. So, with that out of the way, let me get the time chart as well. With that out of the way, we can give you a little bit of insight to this circuit of Kyoto. Like I mentioned, it is a fictional track, but in a real location, as BCP is the I forget what this situation's called, but it's one of those concept sections. I forget what it's called though. Can I just mention also about that cockpit? Look at the cockpit. It looks like some out of a fighter jet. I remember going this thing once, and it's just like you got like the freaking speedo being a whole graphic in the front. Looks like, and the whole thing just looks like a fire jet. It's pretty incredible. I would never drive this in a cockpit view, that's for sure. And it's a martini livery, I can see that. Oh yes, and also, Kennedy Motorsport are doing a one-off livery, as you can see, driven by by Wags. I think it's supposed to be more of a blue camouflage, if I'm correct. Red Bull livery. Looks really nice. I really like that. So, that is something they're doing for tonight here in Kyoto. And also, another thing, Tim, in the Mitsubishi, is going to be racing tonight on wheels. So apparently he got Bonhard's old wheel and is racing with that tonight. So he may look a little bit off pace. It's his first time, so if he does look a bit out of order, then that will be the reason why. But anyway, the track itself, well, I got distracted by that. The track itself is 4.9 kilometers long, or close to about 5 kilometers long. It has 15 turns, and is quite interesting indeed. How many times we've been here? I think we've been here about 3-4 times over the past here in the GT series, P1. My personal preference of this track is pretty interesting. I like some of it, especially the first couple of sectors. It's very flowy, very technical, but can be easy to make a mistake too as well. The one thing I don't like about this track is the third sector. The only reason I don't like it is because you've got this downhill bit followed by a very surprised left-handed king that you can either have your car thrown into the wall because you take too much of the curb, you can't control it and then the car goes into the wall, or you can get a penalty for cutting too much, or you can do what Bonhard just did, just cut that chicane. That will easily get you a penalty. I will not be surprised either if we do see some penalties accumulated, mainly in the chicane is what I'm thinking is where most of those penalties are going to be at. But we'll have to wait and see how that goes. As Lunacy is driving backwards, going down towards turn. It's turn 4, if I'm correct. Hello. Hey Wags, how you doing? You're just flowing through. And also, I just received word, well, from the Discord, that Renegade is supposed to be in for the sprint tonight, reserving. I don't know for who though. I guess it'll be when we find out later on. As BK is given the go to BCP, and we should be getting ready to go in just a couple of moments. There we go. He's set the timer on, and we will begin qualifying. 10 minutes of qualifying, like usual, and then we get on to the race. So yeah, like I mentioned earlier, it is a feature and a sprint format, so the feature race will be 4 laps with a 6-lap requirement, and then 18 laps with a sprint with an 18 and a 5-lap tire requirement. Minimum requirement. So who was the first one out? That would be Jack, I think. Nope, Bonhard. Okay, the thing did not update for me. I was looking at the laptop too when I was scrolling through. So Bonhard will be the first one that will set a fine lap. So we'll follow with him once he gets going, actually. If he does, he's on the medium tire, so that's probably the tire to start on. Jack's on the softs, needs to be on the softs. Curving is on the medium tire, so that's what they're opting to do. Okay, same thing, Stingray, Lane, oh well, Stingray's on the softs, Lane's on the softs, and then Kane's on the medium tire. And then Dynamite on the mediums, Scrubs on the mediums. Wags on the mediums, Jam on the mediums, Lunacy on the mediums, Tim on the mediums, and then on the soft tire. Right. So probably we'll see a few drivers pit for soft tires. Obviously this is what you see typically whenever they start on the medium compound tire. So probably going to either fall on with Quad or fall on with Jack. Just to give you a little bit of a guidance around this circuit. As Bottas just reverse guard for a little bit of fuel. We'll follow with Jack then. So he'll give us the guided tour around this place. I'm expecting times to be somewhere around the low 33s to high 32s. I think that's what everyone's going to be going for. So there we go. Up towards the first corner. Brake just past that little curve there on the right side. Keeping it pinched on the inside. Third gear up to fourth on the exit there. Up through turns 2, and then 3, and then 4. This is a bit of a technical bit around this racetrack. Through turn 5, ooh, a little bit of a wiggle there from Jack, and the car itself from the curve. Up the hill, up towards turn 6. Braking just past 50 meters. Fourth gear, try to hug the inside, but you want to stick it to forward to get a fair exit. Use the width of the track, use the outside curve there. Up through the king, down the hill they go. Turn 7, up to the chicane there. Up turns 8 and 9 and then 10. Ooh, there, a little bit wiggly there. Turn 10, up the hill, and then up towards turn 11, and then to the hairpin, up turn 13. Braking just there. Second gear, hug the apex. You mostly, I tended to like to put it down to first to get the extra rotation as well. Up towards turn 12. This is the downhill bit I'm talking about here. With that surprise kink right there as well. That'll definitely throw you off for sure. And now up to the final turn of turn 15. Braking just past 50. Second gear. Up the throttle. Short shift to third. Full Jack beat, setting his benchmark. And it's looking to be a 133.3. So there you go. Actually, BCB goes to pole with a 133.1. Followed by Lane Everingham, but goes up to pole with a 1 minute 32.9. So he gets already up into the 132s. Stingray with a 133.1. That put him up to third. And then Kane set a 134.6 on the medium compound tire. So 1.6 seconds off, at least for now. So there you go. He has set a time of 1 minute 34.3 in that Ford. Might need to find a little bit more pace, but I'm sure he can find more time. Probably a little bit of mess up on the lap. There's not genuine laps, so that'll probably just back. You got BK bump. Well, he's about to bump draft, I think. BK goes purple apparently through the middle sector. Oh, and Kermit gets a little bit too squirrely there. I think BK. I thought he was gonna have to pass him. Kermit just holds on at least for now. Got 3 people watching. Hello, whoever it is. Down the hairpin at 12, and here we go down to the hill. Price cake at turn 14 as BCB comes to the pits. Oh, that corner always gets me too. I sometimes don't like that. Rally the final turn. BK's gonna get a massive slipstream from Kirby. Kirby. And there's Dynamite behind. Let's see what the top clock says for Kirby first. Kirby goes 133.2. BK does a 133.1 with that slipstream. Dynamite goes to pole with a 1 minute 32.963. That's 8 1,000ths quicker than Lane's time. So really close between the top 2. well, I was gonna say it, said 4 times. Tim has set a 1 minute 33.7. That puts him into 11th. So far, from what I can see, only about 8/10 separate the top 11, at least for the moment. But I guess pretty sure these guys will come into the pits again. Put on for new tires. I love this little bunch though. Curry, you got BK, and you got Dynamite all bunched up in one go. Quite funny. Oh, and Lane has a massive tank slapper as he exits the final turn. Goes into the pits. What are these guys going to do? Oh, Jack goes in as well. No surprises, obviously, get a new fresh set of tires. Oh, hello, B. How you doing? Good to see you're active. Curry dives in. What does BK do for a lap? About to cross the line and set a 1 minute 33.1. Dynamite, though, improves, however, with a 1 minute 32.936. Bodot goes to 12th place with a 1 minute 34.1. And Lunacy falls suit with a 1 minute 34. So that puts Lunacy up to 8th, and then Bodot goes to 12th. Of course, if I memory serves me right, Bodot is not the biggest fan of this track either. So we'll see how this pans out for him tonight. Hopefully he can try to get some good points for MPO score. As Wags does a 1:30.50, that puts him to 14th. Just about nearly 4.5 tenths off of Kane. Meanwhile, Dynamite and BK having their own little somewhat battle, I guess, or whatever they're doing. We got 2:15 to go in this quali session. Down to the hairpin. Does Dynamite want to improve, or does he want to go into the pits? I don't think this time would be. Yeah, no. He's not improving at all. He's down by half a second. There's Lane, there he is right behind Steinray, and also in front of this little kerfuffle that he's got behind, I should say. So Steinray is on a lap. Let's see what he's up to as he crosses the line, and that's a 1:33.3. Does not improve. He was slower, 2 tenths slower than his personal best. So the only one that seems that, the ones that can seem to challenge for pole position would be pretty much BK and Lane to get Dynamite from pole, as Lunacy goes to a 1 minute 33.3, improving up to 7th. Jack. But of course, we still got a little ways to go. We'll follow along with Lane, see what he's up to. Right behind Stingray, they make their way through the cake of turn 7 down the hill. He's up by about 10th and a quarter, as Wise goes to 1 minute 34.8. Through the chicane, up the hill towards turn 11, as Stingray cops a penalty there for cutting too much. Rounding the hairpin, the more likely throw would probably for Stingray to get out of the way, or maybe not, I don't know. As Lane now goes purple by just about 1/1300ths of a second. 1/100th of a second, I should say. Then what Dynamite has for pole. So he might get a little bit of a sneaky slipstream from the Subaru. Let's see what the time will be as he's about to cross the line. 13 seconds left. Jack goes up to pole position with a 1 minute 32.7. Was Lane got a response? He jumps to pole position with a 1 minute 32.763. He beats him by just 2/100ths of a second, or close to 2/100ths of a second. And I think that's also the end of qualifying as well. The clock has expired. I don't think there's going to be any more improvements. Curving, nope, he cannot improve. Lucky, can he improve? No, he cannot improve. What about Tim? What has he got in the tank? Is he going to improve? I don't think he is. No, that is the checkered flag there for him. Lane is the only one that can still manage to do another lap, and same with Jack. and Dynamite too. So they're the only ones that can actually manage to find something. Jamo goes with a 1:33.2. That's a great lap from Jamo. Puts him into 8th. That's a great qualifying lap. Jack is not improving at all. Lane, what about him? He's up by just nearly a 10th and a quarter through the middle sector. Or is that the 3rd sector? Sorry. I'm used to commentating with like tracks that have 3 sectors. Sorry. Coming around the hairpin at turn 15. What has he got left? Will he improve? Jack can improve. How about Lane? What has he got? He improves by 4/1000ths of a second. Just only 4/1000ths. But it's still good enough for pole position. And look at that. It's almost like what we had last week. The max speed boys locking up the front row. It is a max speed 1-2. Dynamite will start in 3rd. BK with his best qualified, I'd say, so far, with a 4th place spot. BCB, another good qualifier from him, in the top 5. Stingray in 6th, as he's also, looks like he's about to finish a lap. Oh no, he is not. I take that back, so he didn't have enough time. Thought he was. Well, there you go. Pole position for Lane. I think that was, I think that's now back-to-back poles as well, because he got pole, I think, in Suzuka. Or was it Jack? I cannot remember. Anyway, Lane will start on pole. Jack, then Dynamite, BK, BCP, Stingray, Curry, Jambo, Lunacy, Blocky, and then Prezzo. And then Tim, Bodhod, Wags, and then Kane. That is your order in the 15 cars in the grid. Revs rise, and we will get race number 1 underway. And here we go from Kyoto. A little bit of wheel spin from Lane, but he gets a decent start as they make their way through the first corner. Up ahead, as the top 3 manage to get through. Let's get 3 abreast into the first corner already. It's BCP trying to dig down the inside into the first corner. Trying to get on the left side of BK. Now they make their way up the hill. BCP alongside BK. They're banging a little bit of wheels, making their way up the hill. There's more contact as well. 3 abreast as Stingray's about to get involved. Now they swap back into 2 abreast as BCP now alongside Durin. Making their way through turn 6. Oh goodness, Stingray forcing his way through as BK is off to the grass as well. He had to go off to the grass, and he's lost a fair amount of positions. He's gonna have all the grass, all the muck and whatnot, all on those tires. Oh goodness, Stingray forcing his way down the inside, but he made it work. He's up into 4th place. Goodness me. As they now make the way, as down the inside goes Kane. He makes contact with Jammo as they make their way through turn 12 as well. I don't think there's any damage, at least nothing to see there. Lane though is out in front. Stingray though trying to get past BCP, cannot make the mistake. Lane is now on the inside. Jack has now a 1.5 second time penalty. That might have been cutting the chicane as they make their way around the final corner and down the main straight. Lane leads, but only just by 0.2 of a second as they make their way down the main straight. Dynamite, though, is right behind. The 2 Peugeots are on the subcompact tires. Dynamite, though, however, is on the medium tires. So this could play someone into his hands. We'll have to wait and see how that fares out. BCP now goes up to 4th place, so he's gone past Stingray. As Blocky's now behind. Kirby up making the way up the hill. Kirby in 7th place. BK, as you saw, oh goodness, as Bonard lost a little bit of ground there as it's now Lucy that opens the door. Now Lucy will go for a double overtake on BK as well. He gets through into 8th place now. Oh, but he's so close. They were all bumping each other there as BCP is now 5 with. Hey, I think Zero was trying to go alongside with BCP, but unfortunately he lost the spot to Blocky there. So now he's down to 6. After getting through to 4th on the opening lap. Now they make their way down towards the turn 13, up to 14. inside there, coming out of the final turn. Also got a BK from company in behind. Last time goes to Blocky there with a 1 minute 33.2. Making their way up the hill come the leaders. Two Peugeots trying to slipstream one another. As I think Jack will try to go past his teammate into the... Oh my gosh, there was a bit of contact between Lane and Jack. The two teammates battling out on the lead. As Lane has to go wide, more contact as well. These two are still bumping each other, heading down the hill. Jack has the inside, but he backs off wisely. He wisely backs off from Lane. You don't want to battle too much because you got that Hyundai moving in your blindside mirrors. There's also Blocky has gone past BCB for 4th place. Stingray has lost a little bit of ground on that one. So just keep in mind those guys with the soft tires. Kirby's now starting to close in a little bit more. Stingray as Stinger cuts a lot of that corner there to 13. And yeah, I think that's what would happen. Second penalty there awarded for cutting way too much. Upturn 13 or 14. Yeah, something I did mention earlier that is going to be one of the common things as well. So we now begin lap 4 of 24. Yeah. Like I said, the cars are really nice too. I really like this. It's very good, especially with the headlights on as well. Bowles up front, you got Bowles in the midfield, and speaking of that, Blocky's going to go down the inside of Donovan. Donovan's lost a fair amount of ground. He's now slightly behind Blocky into 4th place. You know, he's in 3rd. Now he's got BTB all over his weight mirrors. Down pressed. Now these guys are going up. Still keeping in line. Jack has a 1.4 seconds penalty still. Stingray's going to cop another penalty there, I'd say, for cutting way too much on that corner. Oh, no, he doesn't. Oh, I thought he would have. Looked like he cut way too much of that chicane. No, he must have got away with it. There you go. You got this battle with Lewis and BK, that's still going on. Bottas in 10th, Kane's 11th, President 12th, Jamo in 13th, Wags in 14th, and Tim in 15th place. Jamo's lost a fair amount of ground after qualifying in top 10, as Jack's now got a better run. Coming out of turn 15, he's going to come alongside Lane as they make their way down the finish line and towards the first corner. Lane will hold the inside, but Jack, I think, does he try to go for it? Does he have enough momentum? He's still alongside, making their way up the hill. He's left back behind. He always gets these sort of momentum, it seems, but it just cannot hold the pass. I would say right now the soft tires are looking pretty good for some of these guys, especially the guys up front. Going down the field, it's like everyone's... Oh, and BK is actually battling Lunacy, and Lunacy holds on out of turn 6. Nice defending, I should say, to hold on at least for 8th for now. Oh, BK, that car was really unsettled there, coming out of that chicane. Also copped a 1.4 second penalty there, so he's one of the top drivers with the penalties. Towards 13 and 14. Two Peugeots trying to work together. They've got a 1.5 second margin to Blocky, who's the next car behind. Am I trying to hold up? Now he's got BCB, not just BCB, but Stingray also for company. Making their way down the main straight. Now we get like 5 of 24. And we have one more lap until we get to the tire requirement as BCB goes down the inside and takes 4th. Stingray will fall soon, and he will take 5th place. Dynamite loses 2 places in 1 corner. Loses Dynamite's going to try and fight back Stingray as they go around as he goes around the outside of turn 6. Oh, can he hold off though? Oh, there's still more contact between these two, but I think Stingray's holding on, at least for now. They're the leaders coming in front, and Dynamite still great side-by-side battle between these two, I will say that. Making their way to the chicane, Dynamite runs into the grass at the exit of the chicane. Up the hill they go towards turn 11, and Dynamite gets ahead. That was very good battling, but Stingray's going to fight back into the inside of turn 12, and he's got it done. Nice job to hold on at least for now. That was some really good battling for at least a little while between these two. Well, I'm sure it won't be over just quite yet. I think more of these, well, more the curving starts to get closer and closer. As we also are moving on to lap 7 of the race. So of course they are now past the tire requirement. Making the way through turn 1. Stingray coming to leaders. They still hold on. That's also Jackson ahead of lane Toast for first place. Still coming over 0.3 second anyway, so Lucy, meanwhile, still holding on BK for 8th place. Kane, meanwhile, gets past Bottom for 10th. As 12th. And then Tim has gone past Jamma for 13th. Through the chicane. Up the hill towards turn 11. What's the other leaders doing? Still the same, at least for now. Shot, by the way, though. Cars go through the excuse me, through the hairpin. Ugh. It's been a time to compensate my voice seems to go out for some stupid reason. Oh, and Stingray goes onto the grass a little bit there. You saw a little bit of dirt being kicked up. Anyway, out of the exit of the corner. Thankfully, nothing happens majorly. Race here in Kyoto. So I'm thinking of a move to the inside, but can't seem to find any sort of momentum. So positions, at least for now, from the way it looks. Shows. There's the forward and blocking there. He's buying his time. Making up his performance after qualifying. Not for the first qualifying I've seen blocking do, but he's been making it up. He's doing great. He's doing a really good job at least. Stingray coming on the outside. Boy, I thought he was going to run on the outside, but he's going to go for the switchback on BCB, but he gets a bit of a wiggle at the exit of turn 12. I thought he would go for a move around the outside, then he goes for the switch back. Oh, he got a lot of momentum that BCP did. And then ran in the back of his rear bumper. Thankfully, though, I don't think he's got that much time. No, he's probably fine. Staying the same. As for now. Of course, everything will change once the pit stops commence. Probably will expect the sophomores to come in within the next couple of laps, I would assume. Would be their pit window to go on the mediums. And then the medium runs will follow suit another few laps later. And down the inside, wow, what a move there from Stingray. Shooting his way down the inside of BCP. Headed to 4th place. Still got the Mitsubishi that's going to fight back at him. But he's not close enough to do anything. He wasn't alongside. Way up the hill now. Does Dynamite not go for a move here? No, he does not. VCP closes the door. Too. Not a big surprise because these cars tend to be a little bit tail happy to the Subarus and the Mitsubishis. Well, speaking up front, two players are still leading. Still staying out, of course. Just why not? I think it's still too early for him. There though. Way less than the top three. Almost about a quarter left. Must be revving the car a little bit too much or something. Can't compare that to BK's teammate. He's got way less. There you go. There's Blocky still within that same mark. I'm about over a second behind Peugeot's. I say that really lane. That's the next car ahead of course. No one's really making any. Oh, let's try to take that back. BK already did get past Lucy. That's happened a little while ago. But up into 8th place, Lucy is BK. BK still holding on in 10th place. Now Prezzo's closing in on Bodod. I thought the Pioneers would be a better in this situation. But no, the only one that has been the class of those guys has been Dynamite. He's currently sitting in the midfield at the moment. As Lucy's now going to come in pits, so he is opting to get off those medium tires and go onto the soft compound tire. Try to get a massive undercut, at least to the pack in front, as much as he possibly can. Alright, here he goes. He comes out, he's got the fuel, and he comes out in 14th as expected. So he's got a lot of clear air in front of him. Next car in front of him will be Wags, who's about 5.5 seconds up the road from him. Guys are also got a bump as well. Like probably glanced over. That's these two are having a little bit of a scrap here. Dynamite, CP battling out. And I had to go off the chicane. And I try and defend the inside. Dynamite trying to look around the long way, but can't seem to find anything. Door remains closed for Dynamite. Can't even get past the great wall of Mitsubishi in front of him. As the Mitsubishi has also gone off into the grass. The exit of turn 14. Steering meanwhile starting to slowly close on Blocky. As I say that, he goes straight into the pits. So he's going onto the medium compound tire. Where's Lunacy though is the question. He is over at turn 13, so that'll be interesting to see if he can maybe pull up an undercut. As now BK has come into the pits. Soft tires. Blocky is out now. Lunacy is way far behind, so of course he can get that done. Let's see. BK was held up much longer. He must have got damage in the process somewhere. Look at that. He was alongside right next to Lucy for a long time. Look at that. The gap is now 2.1 seconds. So he must have got damage or something. Interesting. As now Dynamite's getting past BCP. Oh, they make contact a little bit there. Into the hairpin. BCP, sorry, I should say. Trying to go for a switchback, can't find a way through. Dynamite trying to let him go around the long way, but Banana can't find a way past. Now to fourth place. Wags and Tim. Oh, Tim. That's a little bit of contact there. And, oh, hello, Lunacy. How are you doing? You're getting close to those two. The Stingray comes in. Get off of those medium tires. Onto the softs. To go onto the Subaru. Comes out of all this. Fits, and he comes out behind Blocky by a long margin. He's ahead of Wags, and he's ahead of Lunacy. Lunacy couldn't get the undercut there on Stingray, and Stingray's going to put the hammer down and try to catch Blocky. Blocky was in third. Came into the pits. Meanwhile, the two Hyundai still minding their own little business. It's almost resembles to what they were in Stuka last week. Just out in the distance a little bit, minding their own little business. Nothing to see, nothing to do. Curry's starting to get a little interested in this little battle that's ahead of him. What happens with these three? One of them come in. We've seen a few pull the trigger. BCP is coming in, so he pulls the trigger. Get off of the softs. Kirby follows suit to get onto the soft compound tires. Kane will follow suit as well. Get off of those mediums onto the softs. How about the Hyundais? What do? Are they coming in? Nope, staying out. Same thing. Lucky is not behind them as well. I would say same thing with Lucky. He was already pit, of course. And with that, Stingray, Lunacy, BCP. Oh, and BCP lines alongside BK. BK managed to get past Banana, so there you go. One off a little bit of an undercut. Get past. Lucy did too, so there you go. Now this will favor BK, of course, if you want to stop compound tire. As the what's going on here? Two Hyundais in a forward battling right now, making their way down the crest, up towards the chicane. Bottas alongside Prezzo, the two teammates. As hold on, they of course yet to stop. As now the two Peugeots come in. How about Dynamite? Yep, he's coming in. So it'll be medium tires for Peugeots, soft tires for Dynamite. Now where does Blocky come out of all of this? Was in third provisionally before he came into the pits. The Hyundais are coming in. And he's going to come out exactly the same spot. Comes in third place. Stingray sets the fastest lap of the race with a 1:32.9. And also, Lunacy has got the undercut on Dynamite as well. So there you go. Softs. He's looking to, and he's also the quickest out on track. also is back on another penalty. See what these two are up to here. BK early, making their way around the hairpin of turn 12. What's the indication being red? It's what it's he just obliterated that fastest lap. That's actually quicker than qualifying, too. So he's gained about 1.4 seconds on that lap to Blocky, so there you go. There you go. I should stop doing that. I will continue doing that. Up the hill, Kirby to BK, battling for 7th place. Also sets a purple first sector. Making the way around turn 6. Ford seems to be good in a straight line. Subaru is just manually hanging on, of course, because of the slipstream. Very good in the corners compared to Ford. And you can see how much good eggs on that BK. Seems like probably just content of just following Kirby, maybe until the final lap. Hello, Stinnery, how are you doing? You've closed up. You're now less than a second behind Blocky. And with that, also, you are behind him in slipstream. As we now begin lap 17:24 of this race. 8 laps to go. Soon. Playing lead right now. Jack right behind in 2nd place. And still has that 1.3 second penalty. Hello, Stingray. How you doing? You're shooting down the inside. That's a ballistic missile if I've ever seen one there. A Japanese ballistic missile there going down the inside of turn 6. Look at that. He's purple by 3/10 through the 2nd sector. Goodness. Alright, so he's got his target Blocky out of the way. The next targets are the 2 Peugeots, the Great Wall of French cars, pretty much. How fast is there on this one? He's lost about 2/10 through that 3rd sector. As also BK's gone past the curve, and that's for 7th place. Now we begin lap 18 of 24. And Stingray puts yet another fastest lap of 1:32.4. My goodness, he is really pushing. He is a... Well, compare that to Jack. That's about a little bit about over a second and a half. Slower there through that 1st sector, unfortunately. And hello, Lunacy. Oh, Dynamite's now involved. Hello. Going down the inside, and he's in the 5th. Guess Lunacy struggled a little bit on pace just to get anything going, because he was a little bit ahead of Dynamite beforehand. Well, now he's got Dynamite in front of him. And there's Stingray on the hunt. Along the Great Wall of Peugeots hold up that ballistic Japanese missile. Gap is right now at 1.5 seconds between Stingray and Jack. Anyway, across the line with 32.8, 33.7 from Jack. That's about 9/10 quicker. And well, Stingray did 9/10 quicker than what Jack did on that lap, of course. That is very sideways. Goodness. That curve really unsettled this car a lot. Seconds now is the gap. The gap is starting to slowly shrink a little, one by one. The only bad side is that Stingray's got penalties. That's the only thing. Jack has 2. So if Stingray does get past these 2, Blank can still be in a good position. He would just have to hold on for just about 2 seconds. And that's just rounded it up, of course. Making the way around the final turn 15. Got the 2 Peugeots and Stingray and the Subaru. So he tried. I thought he was looking for a move down the inside. Didn't find anything there. And there's Kirby BK in the background as well. Now the gap is less than a second between these 2. Or should I say these 3? It's 1.2 seconds to the leader. Less than a second. Between Jack and Stingray, of course. Rounding turn 6. Now coming towards the hill. Oh, the leaders hold on. Getting very, very close. Got 5 laps to go to try to get the lead and then see if he can try to build a 1.9 second gap. But then, of course, he's got the Great Wall of Peugeot in front. As he cuts a lot, that might be another penalty coming as well. No, he doesn't. Oh, there it is. Yep, I thought so. As he slowed down a little bit just to burn that penalty off. So now he's got 2.5 seconds with the penalties. Jack's got 1.2 seconds with the penalties. And Lucky, meanwhile, has Dynamite for company as Dynamite goes down the inside, up to 4th, ahead of GT. Now he has a little bit more clear air, so he can try to put the hammer down. And as Blocky can try to hold on. He's also got that Peugeot as well, Lunacy, who's thinking of a move, and he shoots his way down the inside. Getting past the Ford. And now he's up into 5th place. And meanwhile, Stingray's gone to 2nd. So there you go, he's up into 2nd place. Sorry, I didn't catch that as well. And now he's going to try to go for a move down the inside of Lane. Rounding turn 11, coming around the outside of turn 12. He will have more grip, but Lane just holds on. Oh, he tries to go for the switchback. Drifts a little bit there on the exit. Make the way downhill towards turn 13. Through turn 14. Up towards turn 50. He'll try to wrap around the outside, and he burns off his penalty as well. So he burns about another few tenths. So now he's back to 1.9 seconds again. Jack now takes back second place. Lane takes back the lead. I'm sorry, holds on to the lead, I should say. Alright, so we got now 3 more laps left. Up the hill through the technical bit of the track. Turn 5. That area is so sketchy at times when you hit those curves. Making their way around turn 6. Down the hill, through the King 7, down the hill they come. Oh, Stingray having a little bit of squirreliness there at the exit, though. Does he? I thought he was looking for a little bit more momentum there, but he didn't have all the necessary momentum to go down the inside of Jack. Thought he would. As he burned another couple of 10, so he's now down to 1.7 seconds worth of penalties. As of right now, it stands with no mistakes. Oh, as I say that, Jack goes to the grass. Stingray's got more momentum than the Peugeot. He'll go down the inside of turn 15. 14. Does he? Oh, he closes the door just. Moves back into the second place spot. Lando trying to break the slipstream. Heading down towards the first corner. Stingray's just clear and he gets through. Only just ahead of Jack. Around turn 1. Up to, oh goodness, up towards turn 2, then turn 3, and 4, and then 5. Come the 2 Peugeots and the Subaru. Jeez, that is close. Stingray trying to hold him around down the inside. Jack trying to look around the long way, but he doesn't have the grip to get through. Tire difference is what's paying off, at least for Stingray. Heading down the hill, up towards the chicane. They all get through very nicely there. Stingray don't have enough momentum to get past Lane, though. He's right now stuck in second place. Needs to find some way to get past. He's ghosted a little bit. He's trying to burn off his penalty, but of course that can't seem to work for him, at least for now. 14. Oh, gosh. Up towards turn 15. Next lap will be the final lap of the race. Lane still keeping it clean, has the lead, doesn't have any penalties. The 2 cars behind him, unfortunately for them, do have penalties, as they now begin the final lap here in Kyoto. Stingray gets a little bit too squirrely there at the entry of turn 1. Dear me. Turn 2, then 3, then 4. Up towards turn 5. What does Stingray do here? Does he go shooting down the inside? He's thinking about it. He's going to go down the inside into turn 6. Oh, does he have enough momentum, though, to get past? He does get into the lead of the race. But how can he pull it? How can he fare in this situation? He's got 1.7 seconds of penalties. Lane still behind in second. Jack in third. Yep, through turn 11, up towards turn 12. Come the Subaru and the 2 Peugeots. Lane looking down the inside. No, he cannot make the move stick. I think Stingray will try to win on track, but he knows what the situation will be. Stingray at this rate will be in third. Lane will finish in first, and then Jack will finish in second. So it's going to be looking like a Peugeot 1-2 all over again. Jacko shooting down the inside. Lane lets him through. Stingray will cross the line to finish first on track, but it's going to be Lane. Actually, no. Lane will cross the line first. Stingray ends up finishing in second place. Well, there you go. And he does it by 18 1/1000 of a second. Jack finishes in 3rd. Dynamite in 4th. Kirby finishes in 5th. Ahead of Blocky in 6th. BK in 7th place. Lucy drops down to 8th place. Oh, he had damage as well. Wow, okay. Front air and front suspension. Interesting. BCP in 9th. Kane in 10th. Podot 11th. Prezzo in 12th. Wags, Jammo, and Tim will round it off. But no, I thought Steenrich would finish in 3rd. I guess Jack must have waited a little bit too long at the line. Because, yeah, Jack had 1.1 seconds with the penalties. And Steenrich had just 1.7. Well, there. It's not a Peugeot 1-2, as I thought it was going to be. But it is Lane that takes the win. And that is also his first win since the Nürburgring. Race win number 2 for the Peugeot driver. Well done to the Max Speed owner. And that also increases his championship lead a little bit more as well. Right. Now it's time for a I think a 5-minute break. So it'll be a reverse grid for the next bit. Ah, that's who it was. It was Bothard. Right. Okay. So Bothard had to leave. So now Renegade's gonna take over Bothard's spot in the race. Alright, so now Renegade will come in. Where is Rip? I actually didn't even notice that as Tim's last message. That's funny. Well, it's going to be interesting to see how he fares, because he's going to be starting pole, especially on the wheel. So, it doesn't seem like he didn't do too bad overall, considering he finished in last, but it wasn't a bad effort. Lane doing a little bit of reverse layout of Kyoto. Who's the other one that's coming out there? They're just enjoying the fun. Guess he wants to tackle a little bit of the reverse layout of Kyoto. This is what it would be if it was reversed, obviously. That would be the first 3 corners of turns 15, 14, 13 would be turns 1, 2 there, and 3. That would be turn 4 of the reverse layout. That's turn 5. Down the hill. Through 6, 7, and then 8. And then going up the hill, and then towards the kink. There, turn 9 through turn 10. That obviously is just the worst. Hello, Lucy. You were going just the original way. That would be turn 11, 12, 13, and then 14. And then the first quarter would be turn 15. So it's either going to be the Renegade or Drow that could come in. Drow 175. He was he's the guy that joined the server, what? Not so long. He joined like, what, a couple days ago? Something like that. track well with the lane. I was just looking about. Very long out lap there, lane. Oh, we've been doing that 2:45 mark. Where are they? Okay, so apparently Renegade and Drow are about 2 minutes left to get in. Oh dear. What if this is the row I'm going to be thrown in, isn't it? I mean, these two did check in as well, didn't they? Yeah, they did. Says Draw isn't even active on Discord. One minute. Ooh. Okay. They've got 1 minute to get in. I guess it won't be a situation I get thrown into the race. I know normally when stuff like this happens, I get thrown in last minute. I'm just responding to what's being shown on Discord. Oh, goodness me. Let's see here. So, everyone's on the mediums apart from Lucky, Prezzo, Curving, and Jammo. Alright, so... Looks like it'll be Drow that'll come in instead of Renegade for Bodhot. So there you go. Got it. What a bless your laptop there, let us see. Oh. Well, look at that. You get yourself engine damage in the process. I bet that car's not too healthy now. The one thing I wish they would have is more of a realistic sort of damage. Like, you know, where the body is like all crunched up and feel like you smash into a wall or whatever. Something I wish this game would have. Hopefully it is like that in GT7, where it has more of a realistic sort of damage. Or like a case of like, if you crash really hard into a wall, you don't get engine damage, you know, you DNF. Oh, there we go. We got now 15. Drow has now come in. The new driver. Let's see. You're definitely revving the heck out of that Persia, aren't you? Yep. Now it goes into the bits. Got me a little bit of music, I guess. Oh, now he's going back out again. Out of the pit lane. Alright, what are you going to provide for me now? Same thing again. Oh, this time you're in second gear, this time not in first. Ah, you're using the handbrake course as well. spin. A little bit of spins. Alright, doing the entry check for the way it looks. Let me just make sure I've got 15. Yep, says 15 for me. That's good. Yeah, hopefully Drow gets a nice little debut as well. I don't know what his pace is or how he is, but we'll see. Hello, Jammo. You're just hanging about on the main straight, and I'm guessing that's Lucy coming out again. Yes, it is. Alright, we looks like we are good to go. Again. There we go. BCP gets the countdown clock underway. We begin the final race of tonight. It'll be... Oh! Jeez, Jammo. Oh, God, Banana, you with your jokes. Yep, forgot to mention that earlier, too. Right, so Tim will be on pole position? There he is. Okay, that was interesting. Jammo, Wags, Prezzo, Kane, BCP, Lucy, BK, Blocky, Curvy, Dynamite, Jack, Stingray, Lane, and Drow, who's up in the back because he did show up late into this race. Right, Tim, let's see how you fare at the wheel at pole position. Revs rise. And we are underway once again here in Kyoto, this time for the sprint. And it looks like Jammo gets the best start, then Tim as they make their way through the first quarter. Jammo now leads into the first turn. Wags in third. Prezzo in fourth as Blocky and Curry are going side by side through turn one, heading up the hill. The two Fords are making their way side by side up the hill. Oh goodness, Blocky and Curry almost having a little bit of action there. Wagso has more momentum than Tim. Trying to go down the inside, cannot make the step. Here comes Prezzo though. He's going to try to sneak his way through, down the inside, through turn 6, heading through the King. He's got more momentum, and he's just about clear into third place. How about the rest of the field? How are they looking? BK right now in 8th behind Banana. Kane in 9th, Stingray in 10th, Lunacy in 11th, Jack's with a couple places, same with Lane. Dynamite in 14th. Drow has dropped all the way down to 15th place. And oh, look at this, two cars, two abreast there, going through turn 12. Jammo alongside Tim, heading down towards turn 13 as Prezzo's also in the lead. Oh, goodness me, these cars just bunny hopping each other. Curry's going to go down the inside. Oh, making his way down the inside is Blocky ahead of his teammate into fourth. But out in front, it is Prezzo that leads the first lap, and by just a second is the Hyundai to complete the first lap of 18. By just about over a second. And oh! As Tim gets very swamped there by the Fords, here comes Stingray down the inside of BCP. Almost similar to what it was in the first race. We went 3 abreast at one point in the first lap. Making the way up the hill. What a car being all bunched up here. Stingray all over the back of Tim. Making the way up towards turn 6. Comes the Subaru. And he's going to shoot his way down the inside. Tim gives him the red carpet and just lets him through. And oh, into the wall, who was that? I think that might have been one of the Peugeots, I want to say. Drow's got damage. Who was that? Oh my god, goodness me. That was Jack. Was in the middle of Kane. Kane gets behind. Oh, it's spinning into the wall, that was Wags. He goes into the wall head on at the exit of the chicane. And the two Fords are now closing in on the Prezzo. Trauma already on the first 2 laps here in Kyoto. I think that what I saw was a Peugeot that was into the barrier at the exit of turn 6. I couldn't tell who it was though. as Blocky has got a better run. Here comes Curry trying to go around the long way around Prezzo towards the first corner. No, I can't make the mistake. Curry, though, trying to find his way down the inside of his teammate. He's got more momentum going into the first corner. He's through into second place, making the way up the hill, up towards turns 3, 4. Oh, he goes Prezzo. Good car, went very unsettled there out of that corner. Heading up the hill, up towards turn 6. Here come the Fords down the inside of the one-stranded Hyundai, up in the front. Curving goes into the lead of the race. Blocky bumps Prezzo out of the way a little bit there. He goes into second place now. Meanwhile, in the midfield now, Stingray's in 4th, BK's in 5th, the two Subarus right now, blocking up the other ones in the top 5. Tim's still hanging on a little bit though, not doing too bad. Jamo in 7th place, and then you got Dharma in 8th, and then BCB, and then Jack. Then you got Kane, Lunacy, and Lane. I think that might have been Lane that might have gone to the wall. That's just my educated guess that we saw about a lap ago. And Blocky's gonna go into the wall, I think. Oh, how did he not get damage from that? He went way too wide there at the exit of turn 14. And look at this, he's gonna lose about a couple more positions. BK around the long way, he's up through. Series into second place. He's got Prezzo right behind 5th. Oh, so they must have came together. Something I couldn't see from that camera angle. He's gonna go down the inside of BK, gets past into 3rd. Oh, Prezzo shoves BK out of the way into 4th place. Yeah, that camera angle didn't really give him the best angle in terms of what exactly how Blocky hit him. Got into that spot. I'm gonna guess those two probably made somewhat of contact. Meanwhile, Curving up by 2.7 seconds to Stingray, but he is on the softs compared to Stingray, who's on the mediums. BK, another pick up through Prezzo, BK, Tim, and Prezzo, but no, Tim managed to get ahead though, Prezzo into 4th, and getting a little bit unsettled there was Jamo there at the exit of the chicane. Dynamite gets through ahead of Prezzo. Two teammates swapping places there. Drama on the first couple of laps. Curving, Stingray in 2nd place, Blocky right now in 3rd, BK in 4th place. Tim still hanging on in 5th. Dynamite 6, Prezzo 7. Look at this whole line of cars. You guys. Oh, goodness. That's a big long line of cars. Oh, who's that going off? That was Prezzo. I saw someone that went straight head on. Prezzo just lost a lot of positions. Yeah, as soon as I was scrolling through, I saw tire smoke. Next thing you know, I see Prezzo on the outside. As Dynamite got head on again past Tim to 5th. Yeah, I wonder what happened there. It's very interesting how he did it at the first corner to go that wide. Here's the situation here. Curry's on the softs, Stingray's on the mediums, Blocky's on the softs. BK though is on the mediums as well. He's trying to burn off the penalty. Dynamite 2 on the mediums. So they're looking pretty decent at the moment, those guys in the top 5. There's Tim right now, still holding on 6. He's on the soft compound tire. Jama's at 7 on the softs. BCB on the medium. We've got Jack all over the back in 9th on the medium tire. Then you have Kane in 10th on the mediums. Lane in 11th on the mediums. And then Prezzo 12th on the soft tire. Then you have Lunacy in behind on the mediums. As Lunacy's got damage as well. Maybe it was was Lucy that hit the wall, actually. That explains why he has a little bit of damage. Yeah, we thought they hit the wall a few laps ago. I know. I was just I know, I keep saying that. I'm just trying to figure out, like, exactly who the Kyoto was. I just spotted the damage. Anyways, Blocky, oh, he was in second place, as you saw, but Stingray's going to try and fight him back as they make their way towards the chicane. He gets through into second place again. That little battle that's leaving Curry. Oh, and hello, there's a little bit of contact there as well. BK and Dynamite, and up the hill, 3 abreast, with Tim going around the outside of Dynamite, heading up through 11, up towards turn 12. Tim's got the inside line. Dynamite and BK side by side through turn 12, and I think BK just has enough to get through. He does. He's up into 5th place now. Dynamite, though, has a lot of momentum, though, out of turn 14. There is Jammer in the background as well. Might be getting acquainted here in this battle shortly. And into the pits comes BK, so he's going to go in to the soft compound tire. Saw Lunacy pit for the softs. Jack did as well. Prezzo is coming as well to pit onto the mediums. Alright, Blocky's trying to find a way past. To do anything there, he just has to hold back. Line Stingray. Through turn 6, through turn 7 they come. Blocky's not close enough to do anything there. Yama's now starting to get a little bit interested in this little battle. Ooh, this is going to go very sideways there. Lane, you're holding on 7th place. Okay, in 8th. BK is also now ahead of Jack, so he pulled off a bit of an undercut to get ahead, or an overcut to get ahead of him. But Jack is much closer to him now than he was previously. When I say close, well, obviously he's right along his, well, right against his bumper. So what do these guys do in response? There's Stroud getting out of the way. Good sportsmanship. At least you're doing that just to obey the blue flag. Stingray comes into the pits. Alright, so he'll try to get an undercut, at least from those top 3. Dynamite follows suit. Now, where does Stingray come out of all of this? There's Jack behind. And Lane was in as well, so let's see where everyone comes out of this situation. BK comes out ahead of Stingray and Jack too. So Stingray's now behind these 2. Dynamite is in 8th place. Lane now is in 9th place. So BK's pulled the trigger. Has paid off at least for now. So he might be in provisional lead. Maybe. We'll have to wait and see how this pans out. Well, maybe provisionally in the podium places. But like I said, we'll have to wait and see. So, top 2. Curry and Blocky have yet to pit. Tim has yet to pit. Gemmo has yet to pit. Yeah, right now trying to bring pressure on BK. BK does have a penalty. Looming over his head at 1.9 seconds. I was going to say 1.5, but it was not 1.9. He must have got a half a 10th penalty, or half a second penalty somewhere. Dynamite has Lane for company. There's BCP. Then there's Prezzo, Kane, Lunacy, Ice, and then Trow. That is your order at least for the time being. The top 2 still staying out. Tim and Jambo are still staying out as well. And Jack is going to be under pressure from Stingray. Stingray through ahead into 6th place. So what does BK do here? I think in this situation, Stingray is in a much better spot than what BK is. And knowing how aggressive Stingray can be, probably wouldn't be surprised if BK tries to let him through. Well, maybe not. We'll have to wait and see. Here we go, around turn 6. He's going to go around the outside of his teammate. Oh, that's so tight. He makes it work, though. Well, there you go. Yeah, it wasn't easy, but he made it work. Here comes Jack down the inside. Into the chicane there, alongside BK. He pushes him out of the way. Stingray's now into 5th place. Now Stingray's literally been released. We saw how he was in the race last time. And Tim goes way off into the grass. Kirby still staying out. Same with Blocky. Tim, what about you? Are you coming in? No. Jack? Oh, no, sorry, not Jack. Jammo, though, had a little bit of a squirrely exit there. At the exit of the bottom corner. Now on to left. And there you go. Stingray puts up fastest lap in 1 minute 32.5. Probably the time where Stingray pulls in fastest lap out of his butt. Like I said, we know how quick he is, so Kirby getting really unsettled with that car around that chicane. Still the same order in the top of the board. Yeah, you can see now, yellow flags. What's this for? Someone going to the wall. Oh, that explains it. Crowds on the left side there, just getting out of the way. I do respect that, though. At least you're, like I said, at least you're obeying the blue flags, not being a nuisance. Not a lot of people know that. Whenever they get laps, they don't know how to get out of the way. Basic rules etiquette. Making the way around the hairpin at turn 12. Look at that. Sarah picked up another purple sector. Purple 3rd sector. I cut a little bit of that chicane a little bit too much, or did he? No, he's fine. I thought he would have caught the penalty there, to be quite honest. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with the Fords. I think Stingray will definitely come out ahead of Blocky. Stingray does not beat his fastest lap. BK's still holding on, though. I won't give him fair credit for that. Still close between those two. Let's see. Stingray has a 21.6 second margin to the lead. He might come out ahead. I think he'll come out ahead of Blocky. Only just. But he'll be a little bit behind Kirby, but he will have the tire advantage. As you saw there too. Setting a purple 2nd sector. And still has Dynamite for company. Meanwhile, the rest of the field behind is a little bit more spread out. So pretty much this is the only genuine battle at track we've got. Stingray lost a fair amount of time there. As Kirby now pulls the trigger and goes in. How about Blocky? He does. He's coming in. What about Tim? Getting a little bit squirrely on the exit. What does he do here? He's coming in. Jammo? You coming in? Yes, you are. There's Stingray. Where's Kirby going to end up? He comes out. Oh, he comes out ahead. Okay. So Stingray is now into the lead. I thought it would be only just slightly behind. No, it is slightly ahead of Kirby. So there you go. Stingray is up into the lead of the race. Kirby is in 2nd place on the medium compound tire. That means PK is in third, but he has 1.9 seconds worth of penalties. Jack does not have a penalty. Lane, the race winner from last time. Trying to beat a bit of a blockade on Dynamite. Dynamite's right behind him in 6th place. Lucky came out in 7th, so unfortunately there for him. I think that might be the suitable position unless BCB catches him. It'll be either 7th or 8th for Blocky, I'd say, by the end of this race. Stay right, playing a purple 3rd sector there by just over a 10th. And he cuts a lot of that corner as well. What if he cut? Yep, I thought he would. 1 second penalty there for cutting way too much of turn 13, or 14, sorry. But I don't think that's going to matter because he's already got a 1.4 second margin and sets the fastest lap almost equally his fastest lap as well. I think his fastest lap, I remember, was a 1:32.442. He's on 1:32.488. Still same order from the rest of the field. Unless he's up to 10th, covering some positions. Dynamite now alongside Lane for 5th place. Lane trying to hold it. Oh, he slides the car on the exit there, turn 6. Sets it for a couple first sector apparently though too. In that process. Was the help of 8 of slipstream. You can see some of the cars just following their way around the hairpin. Stairway's pulling off a big margin already, 2.2 seconds, and that gap is going to continue to grow, I reckon. Those fresh softs working to his favor. I think the rate this could go, we might see a battle for 2nd place. Dynamite's going to try to go down the inside of Jack. This is for 4th place. They're alongside each other through turn 2, up towards turn 3. Oh, yellow flags. What is this for? Oh, it's Stingray! Stingray's bended! He is completely bended! He's in the wall! He has lost it at the exit of turn 5! He's thrown the win away! Oh, no! He's bended at the top of the hill. What could have been a win is thrown away. So Curry's now back in the lead of the race. Jack stays ahead of Dynamite. So Curry's now back into the lead. Oh, what drama. What drama. Stingray completely bends it when he had the race win locked. And now it's thrown into the trash can. So what's going to happen here? Curry's in the lead. BK's behind, but he's got 2.8 seconds worth of penalties. Jack's behind him in 3rd. Then it's Dynamite, then Lane. Who's going to win this race? This is what I'm wondering now. The only thing Curry's got as a disadvantage is that he's on the mediums compared to the guys behind him who are on softs. So far, I don't think that matters to him. Wow. Now, look at that. He's gained about like 3/10 over the course of that sector alone. He is showing tremendous pace. absolute tremendous pace. Chicane up the hill. Couple of guys from second and fifth. BK is being caught a little bit though by the guys behind him. Jack trying to catch back up to BK. BK has burned about 2/10 of his penalty, so he can burn that up. Curry, though, has lost a fair amount of time. You saw that gap before was 2.5 seconds at the first sector. Through that final sector now, it's 1.8 seconds. So he seems to do well in the first sector, but he doesn't seem to do well in the final bits. As Dynamite's going to try to go down the inside of Jack into the first corner. Here he goes. Down the inside, but does Jack hold on? There's Lane. He's going to try to push. No, he's not quite. No, he wasn't close enough to push him, actually. Through the uphill bits of turns 2, 3, 4, and 5. Up the hill. Oh, Jack has the car really unsettled there. Dynamite down the inside. Does he try to get the momentum? No, he does not have the momentum. Oh, so almost had a bit of an incident there, but thankfully no one got hurt there. Dynamite shoots down the inside, gets through into third place now. Forced his way past Jack. He's also got a penalty too. He's got 6/10 of a penalty over his head. So after this, when Curry crosses the line, we will have 2 laps to go here in Kyoto. Okay, second place, Dynamite in third, and then the 2 Peugeots of Jack and Lane holding on for 4th and 5th place. Making the way around turn 1. Up the hill. 2 turns 2, 3, 4, and 5 yet again. For the second to last time. Same order, at least for now. Curry right now has a comfortable margin of 3.2 seconds. Make that 3 seconds now. Looking very good at least. I think for the way that it looks, all Kirby can do now is just, well, basically just bring the car home. That's all he really has to do. BK goes really deep into the grass. Saw him kick a little bit of dirt there at the exit. Jack's now got a second penalty. Ooh, this could be interesting. Oh, let's fan out as we now begin the final lap of the race. Curry lead by 2.9 seconds now. Making the way through turn 1. This rate, Dynamite can claim second place with BK's penalty. Well, that's going to be very interesting to see where everyone locks up. Up the hill. And it looks like ooh, I thought the person was going to swap. No, they don't. Jack stays where he is. Dynamite slowly closing in on BK. Hunting him down. There goes Kirby in that shot. And Kirby holds on. This will be race win number 3 for for him on the season. The last one came in the second race in Suzuka, as BK now gets 3.7 seconds added on. He's definitely looking like he'll be out of the podium for sure now. Whoa, Jack! Oh, he's in the barrier there too! I thought he would hold on, but no, he does not. He's got damage, and that's him out of 4th place, out of the top 5. Side by side is BK and Dynamite. Dynamite goes through, but Curving Texas will come across the line, win the sprint race here in Kyoto. Race win number 3 for Curving Texas. Dynamite will come home in 2nd place. Lane finishes in 3rd. A great round for him overall, winning that round for sure. 1st in the features, 3rd in the sprint. Blocky will come up in 4th. BK settles for 5th place. Jack in 6th place. What could have been maybe a podium for him was thrown away, making that big mistake there at turn 14. Banana will come up in 7th. Kane in 8th. Lunacy in 9th. Jamo in 10th. Tim finishes in 11th place. Oh, it's staying right. What could have been a race win for him. We'll have to settle for 12th, unfortunately. Prezzo, who is dealing with damage, will have to settle for 13th. Wags in 14th. Oh, sorry. I'm in control there with a little bit haywire there. Wags will come in 14th, and then Drow, who's also got injured damage, will settle for 15th. Prezzo slowly comes across the line. Wags to finish there. Now I just wait on Drow. And then end in here in Kyoto. It always seems to be the second or sometimes the third races. Even I can say third races because when I've commented MCCC, it seems that those races get better as we go. This one was good. It was actually a good race. Curving Texas, race win number 3. Look at that, gained 9th position from the course of that race. Great effort from him overall. And that is that. There you go. That is the end of Kyoto. We shall now depart. And tune in next week for what should be a good round. We are going to one of the legendary tracks in all of Australian motorsport in Bathurst. The Mount Panorama Circuit, which obviously is host to the notorious Bathurst 1000 in V8 supercars. It will be the Bathurst 250 for us in the GT category. And of course, it'll be the final round of the Enduro Cup. And actually, I'll go over that real fast while we're at it. So right now, as we speak, Dynamite leads that. Then it's Speedy Tires, Lane, Bodhard, Jack, BK, Prezzo, Stingray, Jammo, and Wags. That is what is looking like. And it's very, very close. Speedy Tires does participate. He could have a chance of winning this, and he would be the first ever reserve to ever win some sort of championship. Or otherwise, it looks like it could mostly go to Dynamite, but we'll have to wait and see what happens. But I hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like the stream if you did, and subscribe to Project One eSports. And I probably will be back again this week for Mazdas. I think we're racing at Topolis, if I'm correct. But yeah, we'll just have to wait and see what happens. But until then, take care and have a good rest of your night.